Oh, so let us see another tool tonight, which we are going to be talking about Calendly. Calendly. See, let me take something that can actually help you. All these things that we are learning, on your own, okay? Try and learn more about them. For instance, you have learned appointment scheduling now, Abby. What if you go to the Google and ask, say, list of what? List of appointment what? Scheduling what? Scheduling platforms. I know that if we if we give us a good list. Okay, can you see that here now we have them so many here? Look at we have three columns here. We have three columns here by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 3 is what now? 8 by 3 is what? Is 24, right? You can see that we have only done some here. And now we know we are doing Calendly now. We are doing peak time, right? Eh. The other ones here now. We have done small Zoom now. At least we know that if we are right, arranging Zoom for us, and we have done. I think I've done Acuity. So you can see that we still have at least 18 more that is yet what untouched. So on your own now, you can just try and explore them. You already know what this hotspot here is, and then you know that you can actually set up a meeting with hotspot. So you can do that one. So like that. Now, because I want to do a Calendly, what do? I need to go to my what? Calendly. I will drop the link in the chat of the meeting. And also, when you are watching this video, please ensure that you follow the link, or in the description there will always be what links to the platform. So this is the oh, sorry, not that. So this is the link now to go and start exploring with me. So somebody said, Mr. Michael, is Jennifer Otanwa in LinkedIn your wife? Just curious. Ah, Jesus Christ. Jennifer Otanwa. In my whole life, I don't even date any girl where they call Jennifer. God, I beg go. Because I'm concerned Jennifer. Any girl wey no get Igbo name, I no dey date am. Any girl wey dey bear Jennifer, I no dey date am sef. I no dey date any girl wey get English name. All my girlfriend must have local name. It's either you are going to be answering Agbomma or Sosomwa, or Oluchi, Gosife, Ugoloma, Ugomma, Bisi, Hadiat. If not, I no dey do. So, what is Calendly? Okay, Calendly is a what now? It's a scheduling what? It's a scheduling tool. Okay, yeah. Yesterday we saw peak time. Calendly and peak time are quite related, but with just a slight of what difference. I would say Calendly is more like in the leagues of Acuity. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so you can see that now. This is our stuff. This is our site for Calendly. So if I were to begin, what will I do? I should go to what? Get started, right? Let me go to the home page. See where they say sign in with Google. It says sign up with Google here. You can just start from here. Okay. Cool. So let me just click on this to start up. Then what do you do next? Select your what? Account here. After this, what do you do next? You can see that it is not showing you a brief history. A brief overview. What do you do next? Click on continue. Then can you see that there's a small checkbox here? Click on this checkbox here. Then do what now? Click on continue. Checking that box will actually help you to what now? To make your Calendly and your Google Drive to work more efficiently together. Okay. Now, it says, how do you plan to use Calendly? Is it on your own or with your team? Okay. So I will always recommend that you say what? With your what? With your team. Yeah. You can say with your team. That's with my team, and then do what now? Click on next. So what is your role? Okay. So you can say Anyone here can actually work for you. If you're into finance, you put it there. If you're into marketing, if you're recruiting, your education and all of that. For me, let me put consulting. Then I'll do what now? Click on next. Okay. So it says set up how your calendar will be used. Of course, my calendar will be what? From this my own here. This is my calendar source. Yeah. So I think I'll leave this one as it is now. I'll just go and do what now? Click on next. Okay. Now it says when are you available to meet people? So this one now they're asking us before we even get into the app. They want to know when we open office and when we are closing. So we say okay, we are closing by what? By 5 p.m. But we are opening by what? By 9 p.m. Can you see here? So this is Sunday till Saturday. So if you are maybe say you are opening, maybe you are working as a maybe, if you have if you are using a salon for this our scenario, you can use what now? You know that for salon now, some salons still open on Sundays, right? Especially when they now have a good number of staff. So maybe while the guy is resting now, the boys can go and open shop and collect some money because people have to go to school on Monday and they need to what keep their hair neat, right? So if you are going to add Sunday, what do you do? You see this plus here? You can click on Sunday here, then you can say okay, you open by when now? Open by 15 what? 15 p.m. Call it what? 15. Let's see here now. 15 is going to be what now? Here, which is what? 3 p.m. You see it here? Put 15. Then when do you close on Sunday now? Sunday maybe you close by maybe 20:30, then which is what? 8:30. What about Saturday? Saturday, maybe you open by maybe you actually open by 2 p.m., which is going to be what? 14 o'clock. Okay? Some of you are going to be wondering, where is this seeing 14 o'clock again? I'm using the 24-hour format now, okay? So you don't come and start wondering. Saturday is weekend now, so maybe say you close by, let's say you close by, let's say 10 o'clock, right? And so on and so forth. So this is just your what now, your availability, right? Then can you see the time zone here? You need to set up your what? Your time zone. So of course we are Nigerians. You can actually search here and say what Nigeria, or let me just say Lagos. Lagos. You know the show. Why now? I want to see. Okay, let me go to Africa. Why now? You know the show. I be they forget that Nigerians still exist. Come on. These people every time they will just the guy make us a vex. Eh? They're not going to include Nigeria for their stuff. No problem. One day they will realize it will be very, very important. So the closest, I think the closest for me now is what is this one here, Europe, because it's the closest. That's the closest to us. So we can just use what now? Can use what that to work with. Maybe with time we can be able to change it when we log into the main platform. What do I do next? Click on next here. Okay. So it says, how would you like to meet with people? So in other words, it's asking you what now? That okay, how is your meeting always conducted? Do you use Zoom? Abi they use Google Meet? Abi your appointment is it in person? Right? So if you say in person, what do? You can put the address where they're going to be meeting you, right? So maybe that could be your office address. You can say, okay, number 65 what? Number 65 Ottawa what? Ottawa Avenue. In where now? Let me just say, of course, it is in where? Let me see. Let me say Aba. Yeah. Okay. But if you are actually going to use Zoom, then you must what now? You must connect your what? Your Zoom account here. You can see that I already have Google account done here, so that's why they did not ask me to what to link it. If you're using Microsoft Teams as well, you must what link it up as well. So let me do Zoom so you can see how Zoom on works. So if I want to connect Zoom, what will I do? Click on Zoom here. See where they say connect Zoom here. Click it. Now you must have a valid Zoom account, right? So my Zoom account, I log in with what now? With my Google, so that I can be able to authenticate, and then this is my account here. Okay. So now, don't worry guys, we're almost done with this. It's not gonna take us time. You see now, this is how our this will look like now. So what do? You see where they say allow here? Click on this now, then do what? Click on allow again. When you do that now, your Zoom is now what? Authenticated. But I think Zoom is having server error. All that is, Zoom go always get server error. mmanya. When you don't drink palm, if finish, you go dey get server error. So you see that we are now in now, abi, and you see that Zoom account connected using Ottawa, blah blah blah, abi. Cool. Now we are now here in our what now? In our work environment or in our what? Workspace. Some of you are saying that your interface and my interface is not the same. What happened is that some of you failed to what to read your screen. You can see that there's a small arrow here. This arrow here means what now? To expand this panel. This place is what? It's a panel. What do I do? Click on it to what? To expand it. Can you see it now? Cool. So now, this is our workspace. This is our scheduling what? Scheduling tab. Right? Cool. Now, if you come down, you can see that we have meetings, right? Cool. What about availability? I think we have already worked on this one earlier on, so we don't need to talk about this one anymore, right? Even if you talk about your holidays, you know that yesterday when we were doing our peak time, we call this closing dates, right? But here it's called what? Holidays. Can you see that now? So you cannot see how the thing is actually very, very different. But just a change of what now? Just a change of terminologies. But as far as you've done the other one, you're going to be able to get it correctly because now the same thing. Just know your, your synonyms and your verbs and your whatever. Then contact, of course, yesterday we called it what? Customers. Was it not customer yesterday that we did? I think yesterday we did it as customers instead of peak time. Here now it's going as what? As contacts, right? Then your workflow is what we did when we did our what? Automations, okay? Eh. Then you can even do what now? You can even integrate other what? Other apps. For instance, if you want to actually add Zapier, you can add Zapier, you can add your hotspots, you can add anything that you wish to add there. You can see that this place allow you to what now? It can allow you to add up to 42 words different platforms into what? Into Calendly. Okay. What about the routing? Okay. You say routing is what I say create or import an existing marketing form, set up screening rules that will send people to a specific booking page or URL based on their responses. So we're going to do this one later on. Okay. So there's nothing really, really difficult here or hard here. Just that now you just want to hear a one voice when you are learning. And I promise you that thing is not so good. It's not so good if you're going to depend on hearing my voice to learn. Because in the next 2-3 weeks, if you come to my DM, eh, I go laugh. Okay. Now, this is our scheduling page here. And you can see that here now. If I go here, can you see that I will see my landing page here? This is my, if I click on this view landing page here, it will show me my what now? My booking page. This is where people are going to land whenever they want to what they want, that they want to book with me, right? So in here now, you should have normally you should have my business name, and then whatever I have here as what as a booking service here, right? So we're going to set that one up now, slowly, okay? So first of all, I want to what modify some things here. Let me go to my setup. I think this is my admin center here, Abi. So here now I can set up my what now, my stuff. Let me see where they say branding here. Go to your branding here, then do what now? You can set up stuff here. Like maybe you can say, okay, what is your business name? Maybe you can say what? Ottawa what? Ottawa hair what? Hair care services, right? What about your logo? Can you bring your logo? Yeah, let us upload one. You know that we have logo in our stuff now, Abi. We're not going to use we're not going to use Port of Beans as our logo. Let me go to my desktop. I have logo here. Okay. You see where they say apply here? I'll just click on what? Apply. This is now what our logo. Okay. Cool. Now we can now what? Save these changes now. Okay. We can now what? We can now save the changes. Allow it to do the the shakara way they do normally. Just allow them. Then we can now come and refresh now and see what will happen here. Let me see what will happen here. Okay, it didn't change anything much. Fine. Now let us go back to our normal place now. So we are here now and we wish to what? We wish to do some kind of stuff here. Okay. You can see that here now, this is the what now? This is account. This one is what now? Is the account name, right? I can modify this, but I don't want to do it now. I will do that one later on, okay? Now we have to what, set up our different kind of what kind of meetings or classes or whatever that we are doing. Okay, so you see that we have create here. I can what click on what create. And when I click on create now, I have to what select what I want to create, because yes, there are different kind of what meetings. Can you see the different kind of meetings here? There are about 6 different kind of what meetings that you can create with what with uh Calendly, and it all depends on what your situation is. For instance, you can see that we have one-on-one. Okay, some of you that are coming to my DM and saying, Otanwa, how much is your one-on-one? So that kind of training that will involve me and you alone is what we are going to be doing here. One-on-one interview, right? Eh. You see now, what about group? So the group now is just like myself now, where they do where they do the tutorial now. It's just only me now. Then all of you now, you are all what? You are multiple what? Invitees, because I sent you guys link to what? To join. That one is what now? Is between me as the trainer and what? All of us. Also, between Equitas and what? And all of us as what? As students. That one is what now? It's a kind of what? Group, okay? Event type. Then we have round robin. This round robin is between, for instance now, okay, you want to have a meeting, okay? You want to have a meeting with, with a board, okay? For instance, when they say they invited me now, Otanwa, they say, Otanwa, come to the Senate tomorrow. So we can come and ask you, how we can be able to what, to help your Otanwa ministry, right? How can we invest in your Otanwa ministry? So that would be me as an invitee going to speak to a team of senators, right? So that's called what? Round robin, because of course it's just one invitee with what, with so many hosts. So you can see that it is will be what, because they'll be taking turn to what, to ask me question there when I get to the what, to the Senate. Maybe Senator Wabi will now say hello, the other one will now say, okay, what do you want to do with this one? That is just how this round robin here does what works. Okay, then this one here is collective. You say what, multiple hosts with what, one invitee. So they say panel interviews, group sales, calls, blah blah blah. So this one is also what, similar to what, to this round robin here. Okay, but then the difference is that what now is that what, that this is just more like what, like a panel. Okay, then somebody says more ways to what, to meet. Say one-off meeting. This one is what now, is offer time outside your what, your normal schedule. So this one here is what now, is something different from the what, from all these other ones here. So once you do this one now, it is what, it is actually done. Okay, so we can now proceed now to do one or two type of what stuff here. So let me say I want to create a one-time event, or let me say one-on-one event. What will I do? I should what, click on what, this, and then when I do that, what will I do now? I can now what, you see, I can name it now, Abi. I can name it something. Now maybe I can say, okay, what kind of event am I, do we have that can be one-on-one? I can say, okay, let us say that somebody is coming forward now for consultation. Abi, let us say consultation what? Let me say private consultation. Private what? Consultation. Okay. Now we have to what, you have to specify how long will this consultation be. Is it 1 hour? Is it 45 minutes? Is it 35 minutes or whatever? You have to what? Specify. If you cannot find your option here, what do? You go to custom, do what now? Specify the minutes. Maybe you can say, okay, maybe 42 minutes, but right? Now location. Location means that what now, that okay, when they book you now, where will this meeting be held? You see that here now, I can actually select what, maybe Zoom, maybe in person, or phone call. Abi. So let me assume that it's going to be what now? It's going to be what, Zoom. You select Zoom there, right? And you are good. What about availability? Like when are you going to be, when are you going to be available for this what, for this particular kind of consultation? You can say, okay, our private consultation now only happens on what now? Only happens on on a specific day. You can do, okay, maybe you can change it one now and call it whatever you like, right? But let's just leave it as what, as default here. Okay. So who is the host? Can you see the host here? You can add somebody that you wish to what, to add here, if you have them in your what, in your team. Okay. Now you are done. What do you do? Click on what? Create. Okay. So you can see that now, if I should go back to my host, to my this thing now, I can now go and do what now? I can go and check it now to see. You can see that I have private consultation here now, Abi. Cool. So this is now my what now? The front view of my what? Of my business. So if I give somebody my what? My Calendly link now to book me, they have to specify what they are booking me for. Are they booking me for private consultation? Or be other ones, right? You can say, okay, private consultation here. You can now begin to what? To like enter, okay, when do you want it to be? Maybe say tomorrow or whatever. Maybe say tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is 30th. What time? Can say, okay, by, let's say by 1 p.m. Then next, then the person has to what now? Has to put in their name, their email, as well as their what? Whatever they wish to what? Talk about. Okay? That is just how this whole thing here was. You can see that actually this thing is not so difficult as if people are making it seem. Our time one the tutorial now. I don't come now. Let me add one more event. Okay? Like I said before, what do you do now? Go to what? Create, select what you wish to what to do. So if I wanted to do a kind of meeting with you guys, I have to what? Click on what? Group here. Okay, I'll call it. Well, let me say maybe now you guys want me to what now? To train people for you guys. I will say okay, team what? Team what? Team training, Abby. So how long would this be? You can say okay, it's for 2 hours. Let us say 120 minutes, or you can even change it to what now? To can you see hours here? Then put it what? 3 hours here. Okay. Now where does it happen? Of course, it's gonna be Zoom, right? Then just leave every other thing here. Then you can now what? Can you see invite here? Invite limit. This one means what now? That you want to set up your what now? Your seats so that when that number of people have have reached, no more people can what can be able to enter. So maybe they say, okay, you're going to train only 10 people, right? What do you do here? Put 10 as a number here. Okay. Now you see where they say display remaining spots on booking page. If you put this on now, it means that what now? That as people are coming in now, as people are booking now, you'll be seeing how many is what has been booked and then how many space that you still have. That is just what this one here means. Okay. What do you do next now? Click on what? Create. All right. Cool. I hope we are all following. If you wish to delete anyone, okay, what do? You what? You can just simply what? Go to, just click on these three dots here. Consider that we have delete here at the bottom. You can click on this. Then once you click on yes now, it will be what? Deleted. Okay. So when I now refresh my landing page here now, I'll be seeing what? I'll be seeing just two meetings there. Just only two, nothing more. This and this. Right? Cool. What if I wanted to do other things? Maybe I wanted to do maybe round robin. The person that was asking me says rotation. You say what? You say rotating host. You say rotating host to what? To invitee. And I said that this one is more like if you are going to maybe, sometimes now some of you are going to have an interview with somebody, maybe say with a company. They will say that they are doing interview with you, but the company HR is living in the what? In the UK. Meanwhile, her colleagues that are going to working with her are living in where? Maybe in Ireland or Netherlands. That is a example of what now? Of round robin. Okay? So it is them now interviewing you, right? They be what? Interviewing you. Yeah? Then I said that what now? That collective is what? When everybody is what? Doing it. You see, more like a panel. This one is what? More like a what? Like a panel. Okay? So just understand that one is very, this is, I don't know why people are even requesting that I should do this video, because Calendly is very, very simple. Just be like, wait till they use your Google Calendar. So can you see that we have single use links here? These are links here that once they click on it now, it will be what? It is done. Okay? That kind of thing. Now you can see that here also we have what? We have meeting polls here. Yeah? You say find the best time for everyone. I think like we did it the other time when I was asking you guys. When the meeting started, when this our training started now, I was asking, I said, when is the best time for us to do our training? Some of you said you close by 7 p.m. Some of you said you close by 9 p.m. Some of you said you close by, 5 p.m. But before you get to the house now, because of traffic now, you get home by what? By 2 a.m. No problem. It's normal for Lagosians, right? Yeah, that's their way of life. Okay? So you can do that one now. How you find out when to do something at the best time? You can do what? A poll to achieve that one. What about the meetings here? Now the meetings here will come up when somebody start booking your what? When somebody books your what? Your event. For instance, if I go now and I book Now, maybe let me say I want to what? I want to book what private consultation. Abi, let me show you now. Let me book private consultation here. Okay, I'll book. I was saying that what now that meetings now what meetings will what now. This is more like what like my appointments. Okay, so if I book now, you start seeing it here as what as upcoming or past or what date range, right? So let me go and what do one so you can see something. I'll come in here. I want to book for what now for private consultation, Abi. So I will come. I'll say okay, I want it to be tomorrow, right? And I'm coming in by what? Now? I'm coming in by 11:30. Click on next. Then what is my name? My name is what? Is Chief. Chief what? Say Chief what? Chief Ayinla. Okay. Omo what? Omo Wuda. What is Mr. Ayinla's email? You can now put that one here. Okay. Then what does he want? So, okay. He. I just want to us to consult for financial what? For financial what? Financial benefits. Okay. Or maybe for financial or maybe for financial growth. Okay. What do I do now? Can you see where they say schedule here? Click on it. Okay, so this is now our what now? This is now our what? Our confirmation that we have actually what booked. So if I go back to my dashboard now and I refresh, okay, let us see if you're going to have an event or meeting. Can you see now? This is now what? Our meeting is now what? Is now set up here. So we have a meeting here by what? On 31st of July. That should be in 2 days' time. We have a meeting with what? With Chief what? Chief Ayinla was Omowura. And he wants to what? Have a private consultation with what? With Otanwa. Right? You can see that this is here now is what? Is the booking details. Can you see it now? Cool. So this is just how simple your Calendly is. It's not difficult. So as a book now, you'll be seeing their bookings from here. Yeah. Now, what about this availability now? This one now we have already what? We have already just talked about it. This one is nothing. This one is just about how when you are open. Okay. So let me try. Somebody was saying we should do. Okay, let me try West African time. Okay, look at it now. But that time they would, they were not showing us in that beginning piece that time. They were not showing us that time. So that's why I didn't bother because I know say they will still like carry and come here later. So you can see now a bit that this is just how it's going to be. Yeah, so there's nothing really different here. Here now is maybe if you want to add holidays, like the days that you're not going to be open. So they said holiday for other countries are not yet supported, Abi. Let us see now. Maybe I want to just edit something here. You say holiday settings. This will change the list of holidays used across all your what event types. So let's say country to use for holidays. I can say okay, Nigeria, right? Can go to Nigeria. Let me just say order, please. Say apply. Even they give us anything. So let's assume that maybe we say we are now in France. Okay, we're going to assume that what that Nigeria is now what it's Brazil. Okay, you can see that they have their own what they have their own specific what kind of holidays, right? Can you see that? Yeah, that was specific kind of what holidays. So on these days now, no business is supposed to be open, right? So let me go to my calendar settings now and then see one or two things there. Can you see that here? We have our what our settings here. We have our Zoom. Sorry, we have our Google Calendar and what now, and that is just how it is. So everyone that is working with us now will be what be able to what be adding them here. So let me add my team here. So they say which calendars we use to what to check for busy times. So I can actually collect a what now, connect another one here. Okay, see now I can still do one more. I can add somebody else here now, right now. Abi, I can click on this now to connect one. So when you collect a calendar, now it means what now that you've actually added the what now a staff member to the what to the team. Let me use this one. Continue. So we can now have two staffs in there. So every calendar now specifies what now means another what team member. Okay, so click on this now. Do what now? Click on continue, and then let's see how it would be like. Okay. Okay, just watch now. It's going to come up. You see now that we now have another one here. But this one is for what? This one is for what? Is calendar for what? For Dr. Fakaza. So if I now go back now and say, okay, let me book again. I want to go back to my scheduling now. Then I'll go to my what to my landing page again. and perhaps I want to book again. Now let us see what will happen now. So if I say team training again, okay. Now you see that here now I need to specify the day, which is what, tomorrow. I'm coming in by what? I'm coming in by. Can you see that it's telling that we have 10 spots left, Abi? Because this one now is what? It's actually a what? A VIP what booking, because if once they don't reach that 10 booking now, they don't, in fact, if you book again. Yeah? That is just how this in here. So let me just, I will come by when now? By 12. Go to next now. So I can say, okay, Chief what? Chief Ayinla what? Ayinla Sodiq. Okay, Sodiq, right? What about the email? You can put another email here. Let's put Chinelo what? Chinelo, whatever. Okay, at gmail.com. Then just put anything here. Okay. What do we do? Click on next here to continue, to confirm your event. So if I go back now and go to my meetings now, you can see that it will what? It will show that that somebody again has what? Has another what? Training with me. Can you see that? This is just how it is. So you can see that here it's not saying that we have what? We have one of what 10, one of what 10 invitees. Because yes, that is a what now? A kind of team training. So the team is not yet completed, right? That is just how it is. So I believe that with this now, you can now understand how this thing here works. So your availability can be what now used to set up your time that you are working. Yeah. What about your contacts? You see that now that I have two customers now, can you now see their details here? See them now, Chief Ayinla Sodiq, Chief Ayinla Mowura. They have their details are here. Can you see that now? Cool. What about workflows? Your workflow help you to what now? To you know to lessen work for you as a what? As a worker. So it help you to what now? To ensure that what now, that all those boring tasks, okay, you don't have to start doing them all over again, because you already have what now? You already have your stuff set up. Okay, this is just how this works, guys. So it's nothing that is difficult or whatever. Oh, somebody said he got a job. Oh, I'm so happy for this one now. Okay, guys. So what are workflows? They say automate your meeting communications, right? So they say workflows help you to what now? To reduce no shows and more productive meetings. Okay. Plus, automated emails and text save you time before what and after events. Let me give you a scenario why you might why you might actually find this automation or workflows very very what very very useful. Okay. Now imagine that somebody booked for, let me say somebody now. Let me go here now. Okay, let me go to my homepage now. Let me go to my screen and then check my homepage and show you something now. So this is my landing page now, Abby. So somebody booked for what now? For team training. Okay, so it's supposed to happen like maybe next week Monday, right? And now, they are not able to register for the course yet, or maybe they register now. Maybe say the thing never really did complete. Do you know that actually you're supposed to actually go back to that person and say, okay, please, your team members are not complete, so that is one. What if the person said, okay, we have actually, now we have about maybe 100 students, to come and attend your training. Now they have to what? Attend. What if something happened and the trainer can no longer do his job? Maybe me now, maybe I now want to go and visit my girlfriend, in Panya, and maybe I can no longer turn up. Maybe my flight was cancelled. I couldn't meet up. What do you think should happen? Say that thing will be cancelled, Abby. Now, when that thing gets cancelled, am I going to start messaging all these attendees one by one and say, hello, Chukwebuka, you have meeting with us on so and so day. Please, I'm in Panya with my girlfriend. We can no longer meet up because my girlfriend said I cannot leave her. So please, so I will not do it for number one person to the 100 person. Would that be easy? No. That's why we now have what now? We have what? Automation to help us and achieve that purpose, right? What about if, okay, they book an event now, and so some people now, these days now, we be say our government now, our economy is not that good now. Some people now can say, okay, I have a meeting tomorrow by 10 p.m. Now, if you don't remind them tomorrow morning, maybe by 8 o'clock or maybe 9 o'clock, you see that meeting, they go forget them. Some of you here, it happened to some of you here. Somebody came to me on Wednesday and was like, "Hello, Michael. The same meeting is today. Where is the link now? They don't post link. Why now? Tell her to post link." And I'm like, "Madam, meeting was held yesterday." And she's like, "Oh my God, are you sure?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Oh," she was so flabberwhelmed. She was so, you know, she was so confused and so puzzled. I'm like, "Don't worry, there'll be a recorded video for you, and it's already in your what in your drive." Now that is where you now use the word now. You need what automation to what now to you see this one that say remind you say remind what? Email reminders to what to invite T. So if you activate this one now, it means that what now that you'll be able to what to send them a mail to remind them about what? About their meetings that they have with you. Okay? And you can see that we have several what? You can see that we have several workflow automations here. So I will just use one or two to what now? To demonstrate. Then you can now go and practicalize on your what? On your own. Okay? What they say choose from a workflow below. If you don't see anything you like, you can what create your own, right? So look at this one. They say email reminder to host. This one means that what that okay, maybe now for instance now we have what different hosts now that are working with us. You know, say we dey do hair salon now, abi. Maybe the other host now lives in what in Lekki, the other one lives in maybe he lives in Aja, or maybe he lives in Ike, maybe say Ikoyi or whatever. You know, they don't live together. So maybe somebody now book an appointment and say, please, I'm coming to come and cut my hair tomorrow, whatever. So we are going to set our system now so that one and that whenever this person has a what now, a meeting with a what say with a client now, you should be reminded what maybe a day to the what to that appointment or 2 or 3 hours to the what to the appointment. That is what this one here is saying. He say remind what? Say email reminder to what to host. The host is what the person that is going to treat that customer or that they're going to be consulting with, right? What about this one? They say email to what now? Email reminder to what now to invite. This one is for you now that are attending the meeting tomorrow morning. For instance, now today now, this morning by 9 o'clock we had meeting with Equitas by 9, right? So this one now will tell you that maybe by 8, by 8 in the morning now today night would have said, okay, hello, Cynthia Ishiaki, you have meeting with Equitas today by 9 a.m. Please ensure that you attend. And that is what I'm doing for you guys every morning in our group. I would say, remember that Equi has actually shared the meeting link. Go and get it and what now, and sit down and watch what for the meeting to start. Right, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving you a what now, a reminder, but it is what it is manual. But when you now come to this calendar now, they give you what how to do it what automatically. You don't need to touch anything there. They look at this one, they say what? They say send thank you email. They say what? Say build a relationship with what now? With a quick thanks. So this one means that maybe after they must have attended your training or before they will attend, or maybe when they book it now, you can say, okay, thank you for booking. Then when you are done with training, what do you do next? You can say, okay, maybe thank you for what? Thank you for coming to the what? To the meeting. That is just what this one here actually what means. Then we consider we still have more. You consider we say mail additional resources. Okay, for instance, now when Equi finishes our training now, she used to send us meeting now. I mean the meeting recording now be. So you can now use one now to say, okay, hello, you are welcome to. I mean, thank you for attending today's training or today's class. Your meeting, your recorded video is now what is now available on what on Google Drive. Check it now, right? So this is just how this whole thing here works. I want to use one to what now to practicalize so you can see how it works. So I will click on what now. You see where they say add workflow here? Click it. Click it now. Okay, allow it to what to do shakara small, then it will what it will open. So they say what now? They say what? They say workflow name. You need to name it. And I'll call it what? I'll call it remind what? Remind trainer. Okay. So it say which events? Say which event types would this apply to? So they're not asking you now. Say say that here now. Here now we get event for here now. Let me show you our event here. You know say we get event here, Abi. So they're not asking you now. Say which of the events that you created here are you going to be activating this thing for? So say we get event here. We get team training and what private consultation Abi. So I have to what now? I have to come back here and what now? Specify which one that I want to what now? Specify the one that this automation will work for. So if I want it to work for only one, I will select the one and do what now? And make sure that what now that yes, it is set like that. But let me say okay, it's for what now? It's for all of them, Abi. So I'll select all of them here. Then I do what now? Click on what? Apply. Okay. You see that they say when this happens. So what should happen? They say what 24 hours before the event. Can you see it now? Meaning that what now that if you select this one now, it means that what that a day to that event that person booked now, they will receive a what now? They will receive a what? A notification that what now, that yes, you have a what? A meeting with us tomorrow or in the next 24 hours. Okay? That is just what this thing here means. E no hard. Okay? E no really dey hard. Alright? E no hard. So they say, well, when this happens, you see where they say edit here, be click it. Now, you say when this happens, I can say okay, maybe I can make I can say okay, maybe say before the event start, abi, or it's okay, event starts or new event is what is booked. So am I going to send this when the event is booked, abi when the event don start, abi when the event is you know is being rescheduled, abi when the event ends, abi when the event is cancelled, right? So remember that what now, that we are trying to what now? We are trying to what? Inform our trainer or the host before the event starts, abi. So do what now? Click on what? Before event starts in it. Now, how long before the event starts? So this our trainer now. If na town one now, or if na Ekwi, what is she like? Does she sleep very much or whatever? So if we remind her 24 hours to the time, can she be able to remember that, that she have an event tomorrow morning when we remind her by this night? You need to what, specify that. So if you know say that 24 hours too long, what do? You can simply put what? Only just about 2 hours to the event here. See 2 hours there? Put it there. You can even send the word out, to meeting. You see that we have meetings here? Because you see that we have meeting. I mean, we have meeting. See that we get meeting. We get days, we get hours, we get what now? Minutes, Abi. Good. So if you want it to be days, then I can put what days. I can say maybe 2 days to the what, to the event. But I love hours and what minutes because they are short, right? So I'll click on what minutes, right? So let me now say I'm going to what, click on what, done. Now what should it do? What should it do? I can now what, click on this now, do what? See where they say edit here? Click on this now. So here now you can now what, send them a what? Send them a mail, say reminder, okay? So say here, hi, event organizer name. This is a friendly reminder that your event name with what, invitee full name is set at what, at this date. So that trainer will now say, okay, they will not receive a what now, a mail about what their trainer they're having with what, with somebody. That's just what this thing here means. Okay, so I'm going to do I think a test to show you how the thing works. So I will do what, click on what, done, and we are good. What do you do here now? Click on what, save. I will do one more. Okay. So this means that one of that 2 minutes to this our event now. Maybe say you book any of our events here now. Okay. Now 2 minutes to the time now, you're going to receive a what now? A message to remind you about what, that our meeting is going to what, is going to start in the next 2 minutes. That is just what this thing here means. It's not that difficult, guys. Okay, so some of you that are saying I want to test my what now? I want to test my what, my workflow, if it is what, if it's going to work, right? So I'll click on what, I want to book what, see, maybe I want to book private what, consultation. Okay, what will I do here? I'll say what, it's going to be for what, for today, right? Click on what, I don't know, this one says maybe we are still, you say Eastern time. That one is wrong. Good. So I can do what now, I can change the word now to West African time and see if it will work for me, right? So here now, say that my word now, I want it to be what now, to be on 30th, and the 30th now, let me even say 19th. I cannot put for 19th again. That's not the problem. So this one I will say what, that this thing should start by what now, by 9 in the morning, right? Then click on next now. So we can now put in your what, your email or your name. I can say okay, chief what, chief Sodikpe Ayinla, right? What is the email? You can put any email here. Just put anyone. Then put what now? Anything you like here. Say bring what? Bring cola. Not. Then what do you do next now? I can say what? Schedule events. So this thing now cannot function here because yes, it is not yet time for this. So we cannot really work. But tomorrow morning, tomorrow morning I'll be Wednesday 30th, I'll be by 9. So tomorrow morning now by 8:42. Or let me even say by by 8 I think maybe by 9:40 you should tell me no. I think by 8:58 here you should tell me that what now, that is there's a what now, that I have a meeting. That's for me as a trainer, right? Now for you that is booking now, it will not send you a message to, but I've not configured that one yet too, so you don't get confused. Okay, let me go back and do what now, and do the one for what now, for my invitees. Let's go back now. So now I need a workflow for my what now, for my invitees. What will I do? You see new workflow here, click it. Okay, click it now, then allow it to what now to do small shakara small. Then you can now what they say, what they say email towards invitee. Can you see it here? Put it now. Okay, cool. Then you see now they say what I will call it what reminder. Call it what reminder. Reminder for what? Reminder. Reminder for invitee. Okay, it can be your customer. Oh. Hey, that is not mean you can also you can even say your customer. Okay, so what kind of event? I will say what all of them, right? Then click on apply. Now do this. So when should this thing be what be going to your customer? You can say okay, maybe 24 hours to the what now to that day. Okay, so before the event start now 24 hours now, this thing should what you should fire and send to what to them, right? Then do this. What should they do? Edit it now. Okay, this cannot be your what now. You can see that we have messages here, Abi. So if you don't want to do anything at all, you can what? You can just leave it like this. It will work fine. They say what? They say reminder, event name. This one will what now? Mention the what? The event that you're having. Then with event organizer name. So who is the company that is doing this event? They will mention it. Maybe if not Digital Witch or Equitos, you see it there. Then event time, they will put the time that you specified for the what for the this thing. Then the date. You said this was 30th of what? Of this July, right? Now this is not your what now? Your message of your what? Of your reminder. You say what? You say hi. You mention your full name. Then this is a friendly reminder that one that your event name may be private, so maybe say private consultation now with Dr. Tanwa at what 9 on 30th of what of July will happen that way. Zoom, that's the location now, be. The description is what? Whatever. What do you do now? Like, that's okay, done. Yeah, and then what do you do now? Click on what? Save. So you can see that actually we have got done what now? So we now have what two what now? Two workflow, one for what? One for the trainer, another for the what now? For the trainee. So the trainer will receive a so we can say, okay, what if they said create an appointment or create a kind of booking that will have payment inside? Right? Can we do that one as well? She don't say for here now we get integration on apps because that we have PayPal here. We even have Stripe. See Stripe here is a payment gateway. We also have what now? PayPal as what? As a payment gateway, right? So can we really do this? Yes, we can do it. In it, we can do it. How can we do it now? Let me try and do it if I can. Let me try and see if I can actually do something. Then let me go. See where they say create here, B. Click on what? Create. You see where they say one-on-one here. Go to one-on-one or group. Let me just click to my what? One-on-one. Okay. Now here now, okay, you see that we will say, well, let's call it what? Let us call it let's call it hepatitis what? Hepatitis what? Hepatitis consultation. Okay. So how long will this last? This one lasts for let's say 1 hour, that's 60 minutes. What's the location? Location is what? Is Zoom. Yeah. When is it going to happen? Of course, you can see that one there. What about hosts? We have our host. What about more options? Can we add like payment and all of that? You can see that you see payments here. You can connect our what our payments, but you see say we not fit do am because of say paper no dey work for Nigeria, so we cannot really add anything there unless you want to connect. They cannot allow you to connect. You cannot connect. Pay stack. You cannot connect pay stack or Flutter Wave, right? I'm not sure they're allowed. Let me see. Can we find Flutter Wave here? They so we cannot use that one, Abi. And in Nigeria now we don't have paper. Paper does not accept payments in Nigeria. That's also so PayPal and Stripe cannot accept payments in Nigeria. Can you see that now? That is one thing that I don't like about this whole stuff. So, but that would have been how you are going to what now? Be able to add your what? Add your payment so that they can be able to pay you for this service on what? Online. So if you cannot be able to add a payment gateway now, you cannot be able to what to collect payment for the session or for the training or for the what for the meeting. That is just what it means automatically. Are you seeing how they have another kind of workflow here? So you see that they said say follow up meeting. Yeah, this one now is different in the sense that what now that when you have done the first meeting. Okay, now maybe say for instance now Equitos now we are training with Equitos until at least the third or second week of what now of August. So She can do this one now to what now, to remind you every time that they will, that they will what now, that they will be meeting, right? But the thing is that some of you are going to say, I did not see it, I did not check my mail always, so that's why I did not get it. So that's why she's just doing her own thing on what now, on WhatsApp, so that nobody will come and say, I don't check my, I don't read mails, I don't read mails. Mail is old school. Please upgrade to upgrade to WhatsApp or Telegram. That's why she's not doing that, but she can do it. So in some kind of places, for instance, say you dey train with Oyibo or whatever, maybe say maybe say you buy a course now with Oyibo and they do am live class. They can do what now? They can be able to remind you what, consequently, whenever there's going to be a meeting now, they will remind you. So this one is what now, what they call follow up. Because say there's what now going to be a new meeting now, they'll be following up with you. Sometimes they can even say, okay, today our meeting today is done. So what do you think about the meeting? You can answer, okay, I think the meeting was okay. I think it was noisy. I think the meeting is too long, whatever, whatever. So that's what now. That's what they call follow up. Like Equitas now, when I think Equitas now, whenever you are done with that training now, you know that she will come to the WhatsApp and say, how was the meeting? That she wants a feedback from you, Abby. Cool. That can now be a what like kind of what follow up. Get it now? So you can set this one up now for your own too. So on your own center, help you to what now? To invite more teammates. For instance, if you get any doctor or maybe you get maybe another trainer, you can do what now? You can actually invite them here using what? The invite teammates. Just put in their word there. Just put in their email and do what now? And invite them. And they will now be joining you to train people, right? That kind of thing.